Goodbye, satisfaction drivers, and hello, sentiment analysis. I have to say that personally, I had a great time using satisfaction drivers when I started my career at Zalando about a decade ago. It was fantastic because it was the only way that we could really get the insights more than just the NPS question or the CSAT question. That was our way to know what is going on along each element of our journey. How is our delivery going? How are the returns doing? And we would have this information, of course, on a mostly quantitative way, but that was better. It could tell us where we would need to improve, where we need to prioritize things. So that was great. But now this is 2023. It's the year of AI. And even before that, natural language processing tools, what are the tools? Machine learning tools, for example, they've been here for some years already. And they've been simplifying so much how we can work with customer feedback, getting insights, getting to the root cause, that I switched to sentiment analysis about 5 years ago, and I wanted to share with you why I switched. Well, the main reason that made me switch and made sentiment analysis so much better than the satisfaction drivers. Before I do that, of course, I want to just show you on my laptop what are the satisfaction drivers, what is sentiment analysis, and how it works very quickly. Now we have the first slide with the satisfaction drivers. I know you might all be familiar with this, so very quickly, my feeling about satisfaction drivers is that this is a survey that organizations set up with the information that they want to hear from their customers, right? Because I'm the one setting it up, not the customers, right? I am asking you all of those questions, and it can be so many questions, as you can see already. This is part 4, there's 6 questions in it, there's more coming, right? But that's me asking what I want to hear from the customer. And the customer only ticks here and there, satisfied, not satisfied. As you see, this is also very quantitative. Another alternative of satisfaction drivers is to just allow the customers, so you would ask 2 questions. Where did you experience some issues? And you will tick what you want to say. You could tick multiple times. And then you will have the other question, which is which areas were you actually satisfied? And then you can tick. So you would have the good part and the bad part, and you will have all of the information available here. Again, in a very quantitative way. When it comes to sentiment analysis, this is the reverse. This is letting customers tell you what they actually want to tell you. And as I was saying before, it wasn't really possible. It wasn't really efficient. The quality of the tools was not allowing us to really understand from a text base what they wanted to tell you and to categorize all of that. But now it's possible. So now it's just 2 questions. How satisfied were you with your experience? I still love to have that score that tells me overall how the customer is feeling. And then can you tell us more about the reasons for your score? And now this is when they start writing. And trust me, they do write, and they do tell you what they want to tell you, if you ask, of course, at the right moment. Now moving to how it works. It's very simple, and now it works really well as well. Every comment is going to be cut into different sections, and it's not necessarily into a sentence per se. You might have different sections per sentence, as you can see here in that example. The food was great today. They're talking about the food, and it seems to be about the quality. The tool can automatically understand that. And with the word great, well, it's a positive sentiment. I like the vegan option. Again, vegan is about the food, but this is the subcategory of the vegan option. And that was a like, so that was a positive sentiment. And then you can see how all along the way, all of the feedback has been categorized, and how you move from qualitative insights to quantitative insights. That's going to be very important for my argumentation and why I have switched after. So you can see at the end, everything has been categorized the same way as you would have with the satisfaction drivers. You know now what is important to the people, and you know now where they are satisfied. And I think one big point of my argumentation here is, now I know what is important to the customer. While before, you would just ask all of the questions. So do they really care about this? Did they really answer truthfully about this? Is there any bias in there? Well, no, I just know that answered all of it, or if they didn't answer all of it, they didn't actually send the survey. So I don't have this information. So that's really my first point that I wanted to emphasize on. Let customers tell you what they want to tell you. Don't influence them, don't bias them into letting you know things that they don't care about. If I don't care about the speed of the or the loading time of your website, then don't ask me this question. That is not helpful for the customer. This is where you get to survey fatigue, and that's not helpful for the organization because I don't really know if I should be working on this depending on the score. Might be a low score, but if no one cares about it, well, then don't work on it. So that's really this main point. A second point, it's linked to survey fatigue. By having all of those questions, because you need to ask all of those questions, so you need to have the customers tick places in order to answer and give you the information, the insights you want. You are creating so much fatigue, so much cognitive effort. Come on, the customer doesn't have 10 minutes to spend on you to give you a thorough answer. Let them just ask you those two questions, the score and the open text field. Oh yeah, I remember that this was something about payment. The payment process, the gateway was really bad and I had to put my credit card information 3 times, I think. I almost gave up. That's it. That's the information I wanted to have. That is super insightful feedback. And that is the point of me asking for this feedback. And now, I promise you, we get some really, really high response rates depending on all of the surveys we have set. We get something overall, it can go to 25-30% response rate on most types of surveys. So it does work. Survey fatigue is not a thing if you don't ask 100 questions and if you don't ask 50 days later, right? Now the last point I wanted to make is about getting to the root cause of a problem. It's great to have all of the information about 3.7 out of 5 on deliveries and 4.3 out of the support team. Okay, so what should we do? Should we improve the deliveries? Well, then what should we need to improve? I don't get that information. Do I need to start again and ask again the customers, hey, by the way, you said you were dissatisfied about deliveries. Can I know more now? Can I really know the root cause of your problem? You don't have that information. Well, with the sentiment analysis, you have that directly because the qualitative feedback was at the source of your quantification. So now I actually know where I should be looking into. I should look into my payment process, for example. I'm gonna click on the tool 1 second, look at all of the negative feedback linked to payment. Maybe this is gonna be giving me another category that says, hey, it's about credit cards now. Okay, show me all of the insights about the credit card issues, the negative insights, because now you have access to all of the text that you wanted to have and you have access to the root cause of their problem. I had to put my credit card information 3 times, or you did not retain from my last order the information, or the payment gateway gave me an error page. Anything like this, well, now I know, and I can see also the occurrence of this happening, and I can feed back to this tool to say, hey, make sure you really look into all of those issues in the future. This is also another point, is that I can really grow my knowledge and my insights with the tool and have this AI tool really support getting better and better insights. So as a conclusion, what I wanted to share with you is that sentiment analysis in 2023 seems to be a must-have, and satisfaction drivers are now a bit outdated. Having a tool that allows you to let your customers tell you what they want to tell you without any bias will give you what's important for your customers, give you where they are satisfied about. It will give you higher quality responses. It will give you more feedback because you're gonna have a higher response rate. And it's gonna allow you to move from those insights to the root cause of the problem, to the prioritization so fast that this is really a game changer. And me, as the consultant, as CX Insights Manager, I just have to quickly go through all of this information to then share to the teams and say, hey, we need to work on those specific points. Work on your credit cards, gateway, work on your loading pages, loading times, etc. and etc. So I hope that was useful for you. Let me know what you think and let's have a conversation. Thank you so much.